Radiant team ban.
I should have seen that one coming.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick.
Lion. Faceless Void.
Fnatic's turn to pick.
Chen.
Fnatic's turn to ban.
Oh!
Radiant team ban.
No.
Fnatic's turn to ban. Radiant team ban.
Hello guys and welcome back. We return, but for the last time. The Southeast Asian group stage is coming to a close. We have two more best of ones here between Fnatic and Execration as we get cracking into the draft. Get ourselves into the game as well. This is it. Fnatic, they've pretty much just stomped everyone. They've demolished the group stage. They're 12-0. They've won against everyone you can think of. Maneski, TNC, MVP did forfeit their games up against Fnatic, seeing as they didn't have a chance to qualify anymore. But this game and the one after it, these two best of ones, all about pride, all about practice. Fnatic got to keep themselves on their toes, and Execration, obviously, it's going to be a great showing for them to see if they can step up to par and actually battle it out with Fnatic. My co-caster joining me today, Motpax. What do you think's in store for us?
Well, there's, as you mentioned, been kind of a total dominance here by Fnatic in terms of the WePlay stages up against these other SEA teams. And coming back from the major, it has most certainly, it's been pretty brutal. I believe they hadn't played, I want to say almost like a single game before the major. Like, they were one of the teams we were kind of waiting on, be like, all right, like Fnatic has a lot of matches to go. And they come back and it's like just rolled through everybody. One thing that's a little bit interesting, they always run kind of the same thing, and people can't deal with it. They almost always have a greedy 4 role coming into the match, so we've had like Enigma for the most part. And the interesting thing this match is that it's going to be the first time they've actually had the Chen since the major. Through all these games, all these stomps, they haven't been given it. Usually probably just getting banned out earlier on. So we'll see how they're going to use that, make use of that in the greed, but they've had the Doom, they've had the Enigmas, as mentioned, so they're well versed in it, and I don't know what Execration are going to try and do against it. They've got the Enchantress, which is a good counter, and then the early game fighting of the pucks. So I guess they're just hoping they don't get stomped, because all those games have also been really fast. We're talking like 30 minutes and under almost every time.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Mushi's Spectre, it's been on the money. It's not just a hero that sits back and farms. You get the drums, urn, phase boots, you go and battle. Every time, it almost feels like every time Haunt is off cooldown or coming off cooldown, they're already planning 30 seconds ahead and getting prepared and in position to go and fight. You know, it's not like a reactive thing. You're not waiting for people to come to you. You're not kind of biding your time, waiting for a moment to strike. Fnatic always seems to be, smoking up and proactively looking for these moments to use the Spectral Haunt just to get the Spectre up and running a little bit earlier. And with the Zeus now padding out this draft, even more global power and a hell of a lot of magical nuke damage coming out of these 5. While Execration, they've got Nando and Abed, Puck and Ember Spirit. There's a decent amount of magical burst, a good amount of physical damage coming from them. Pivotal hero here is going to be the Enchantress. If she can have a good time roaming between these lanes, help out the Void, help out the Puck at the mid, and basically just stick it to Fnatic for the first 10-15 minutes. We've seen Enchantresses go from 0 to 100 just like that in the first 10 minutes, getting the Dragon Lance, the Aghanim Scepter super quickly, and you kind of transition from this 4-role Enchantress into a massive damage dealer once it hits 20 minutes. So we'll see what Lumic actually gets up to with the Ench. Got ourselves into game as well, and what do you think about these lanes? Is it just going to be stock standard for both teams?
Seems that way. Doesn't seem like any real reason to go, all too crazy here. I'm not seeing like any real big potential. I guess the most worrying part would probably be just Ohio. He tends to be a little bit aggressive, one might say, and with the Enchantress, like possibly, I wouldn't mind seeing her like roam up top, honestly, and helping out the Faceless Void, kind of like how we see this like Doom Faceless Void off lane. If she wants to roam up there a little bit and help out, that would certainly be welcome. But if she's down in the bottom lane, it is going to be pretty dangerous for Ohio, right? Like this Chan just kind of roaming in, she's going to have a creep, and Batrider's only real escape mechanism is kind of flying over cliffs and using the terrain to his advantage, but much more useful in the mid lane than it is in the off lane.
Look at this, Nando. Magic Wand, double Fairy Fires, double Pool Tangos, already getting ready and waiting for that Zeus towards mid lane. So it's going to be Ember Spirit safe lane for Abed, Nando mid Puck, supporting bot RR on that Lion, just be roaming around with those little brown boots of his own, and Lumic's actually heading up towards the top lane for now. I guess the Sentry Ward going to have to deward that and get rid of that blocking the camp, but I don't know. They're pinging in all sorts of different places. Is it warded here? Is it warded there? Where do I put a sentry? It looks like Lumic wants to put it. Yep, that's it. Go and put it there. Put your sentry down there. Doesn't block the camp, and you'll get the D ward. What are you doing? Stop it! Stop it! Just go. Plant the sentry down. Oh.
This is intense.
Come on.
It's actually pretty crucial.
And now Mushi walks up here and is like, yeah, what up? You want a D ward? The rest of my team's behind me. You're not gonna get this bounty rune either. Over on the dire side, what have we got here? Mushi Spectre, Ned on the Witch Doctor, mid one playing the Zeus once more. We've seen him on Zeus go like 0-5 and then go, 15-5. He does have big old swings on his hero. Nasty little player. DJ, Chen, sitting in his own jungle for a little bit. Ohio Batrider you've already mentioned, but BYB's Void up on his top lane for the Radiant. It should be okay for him. He should be getting his levels, getting a decent amount of last hits against the Witch Doctor Spectre. It's going to come down to DJ and roaming onto that Void to really try and shut him down. But the rest of these lanes, they're kind of balanced across them, it feels.
Yeah, and I want to go back to just how important this Sentry is, honestly. Like, we'll see some teams in this exact scenario where you have this Enchantress where you want these crucial roams onto the offlane, is that you'll really early put this Observer up on this high ground. Because from that one vantage point, you can see this entire circle, and you'll know and guarantee where they're actually blocking it off. It makes it really easy to get the counter down, and it guarantees that you're going to be giving this roaming capability, because on the counter side, the Chen, he has that provided.
Look at the Chen already! He's going to get a kill here for the Batrider, is he? No, the Searing Chains come through. From Abed onto Ohio. Oh, goodness gracious me, the Dark Troll already kind of winning this lane for Fnatic. Batrider very close to killing one off. Mid lane though, look at Nando, he went for the courier kill, he's going to get it, but mid one will turn it around with the Arc Lightning and the right click in. Kills the Puck, who buys back into the game and jaunts to the mid lane. Nando, you little bastard, what are you doing? Straight into things. I mean, what buyback cost is 126. It's nothing. It's nothing. Straight back into the lane. Like that's like 2.5 times the TP scroll. You don't have to wait.
Right?
That's perfect. That's nothing lost there. Like that is perfectly acceptable to buy back and jaunt back in.
That was pretty quick. I gotta give him credit on that. But again, that troll, right? Where did it come from? It's because they didn't do the same kind of block, and you're not getting that impact from the Enchantress because of that. It's crazy how important in the past 6 months or so these pre-horned wards have become.
Absolutely. Batrider does die down in the bottom lane. Lion getting his revenge as Ohio. A little bit ballsy, you said he likes to play aggressively. And when he's got the help of a Dark Troll, you just feel it. You just feel he's going to be playing even more aggressively up against the mid one. Towards the mid though, look at Nando getting in here with the illusory orb damage and the right click attacks. He's going to miss that orb. Space shift off some tower damage. He's gone for level 2 Arc Lightning here just to try and get that advantage over the Puck in terms of last hits. Good harassment tool back into the face of Nando as well. And how's top lane doing? BYB. This is Void 5 and 0, level 3.5. Everything's going perfectly to plan.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, the Witch Doctor, you know, he's pretty decent once you have the points up into the Maledict in terms of dealing with the Faceless Void, but you can't opt for that. Man, that is just brutal. Just destroyed.
There's a fight mid that I'm watching out for though, dude. Look at this. Nando joining across. He gets the kill on mid one. Oh, I thought it was turned around there. DJ came in to save his teammate. They're going to try and kill Nando here. He needs 2 hits though. One's not going to do it, and with the stick charge, it's definitely not. Nando keeps himself alive. So what happened there? The Enchantress got a kill on the Witch Doctor, was it?
Yeah, B was just kind of, you know, they're hanging up there, and then Witch Doctor comes up, try a little bit of harass, and then suddenly there's just a Hellbear and the Satyr. So he got the Hadouken and the Clap along with the Time Walk just to get in front with the body blocks. So made it pretty easy. Nice, cancel that clarity though to help him out.
Enchantress has taken control of the Dire jungle. Lumik says these are my creeps, and Chen, he's got 1 Dark Troll. DJ, 2.5, not having the best time, honestly. 3.5 minutes in, you kind of expect, you know, level 3, 3.5, Chen getting himself closer and closer to level 5 or 6. But he has taken the route of aggressive lane control as Mushi takes a double blast to the face and down to 200 HP. He
Bottom
goes.
lane, they're hexing Ohio.
Disgusting stuff, you're right. The Hex at the start, the chain's still available. And with a level 3 searing chains, Ohio will just burn down through. Fire damage of the Ember Spirit. It's aggression and damage on all sides. It's ridiculous stuff from both teams. 4-1, Execration are leading in kills. But now you look back towards Nando, and he's going to die here. Bottling up after phase shift mid one. He's trying to kill him off, but the DD rune from the puck, he throws it straight back into the Zeus's face, and mid one's in a sticky situation here now.
Got 3 seconds to orb.
He's going to wait for his TP. Try and turn around and kill the puck. Nando doesn't know where he is. Orbs up onto the high ground. Zeus. Courier flies over the head. Where is mid one going? Going for a bit of a wander. His TP's up in 5 mana, so just get himself back to base, refill his bottle. Bots him. He's not going to get killed off here though. There's no one TPing.
Well, during that entire engagement, the whole time up top, look at that tower. That was just be like on the tower, just right-clicking it. Completely insane. This is what you expect of this off-lane Enchantress, and well, not off-lane I should say, but off-lane affecting Enchantress, just coming into these dual-lane situations, and it's something I've kind of been missing in a few recent Enchantress games. I don't often see them actually getting this successful domination of the safe lane, but just a Spectre. This is the classic, like the sub 5 minute. I have to run home because they're an Enchantress, just like pressuring my lane, and I can't do anything about it. It's given total free reign to an almost Chronosphere Faceless Void.
It's just difficult. So difficult. We might even see Mushi go back for like an Iron Talon or something to farm the jungle, because having an Enchantress here and a Faceless Void, it's just awkward as all hell to sit on lane and get your last hits in. You leave Net alone a little bit though to get his level 6, then you have some killing power across onto them. But Nando's puck towards the mids, 25 last hits, 5 denies. He's a little bit ahead of this Zeus. Treads are up now as well. You're level 6, you've got killing power. You have the ability to go straight on into the Zeus and maybe even finish him off. So you see Ohio already. He's waiting, standing towards the mid, knowing that this is a potential opportunity here for Execration. As RR just takes the rune down at bottom lane. Ohio has almost nowhere to go. But it's down to Fnatic now, smoking in up onto their own safe lane. They want to try and make something out of this. The cast will fly, Lumik is trapped, they've got the damage, but I don't know, the Untouchable level 2 is keeping Lumik alive a fair amount. They just need that one bit of nuke damage to come through the sprites. Oh, Enchantress healing up through it. It's not quite enough. Net taking a lot of damage through the chrono. BYB should be able to clear up the kill on the Witch Doctor. As DJ and Mushi, they'll secure 1 kill. And losing the Witch Doctor for that is worth
it. Can they beat this out some more?
It's perfectly worth it. Oh, they're coming in again, you're right. Bottom lane is a little bit of a battle for the punch of the Dream Call down to Mushi and DJ. They silence the waiting rip, but Mushi jumps away, haunts across, and DJ gets the kill on the Faceless Void. Mushi will die to the Emissary bottom lane, but the Zeus ult gets back up onto the kill onto Lion as DJ hides and jukes through the trees. The Chen creeps. Sata Blast, damage output's good, but is it good enough? DJ 10 HP, and Nando, no face shift, the tower's gonna kill him off. DJ turns, will not get the kill without dying himself, as bottom lane, even more death and destruction, as that Batrider back on the Ember Spirit.
Ohio, I don't know, it was kind of a weird play. He went for the, like he had Firefly available, but he just decided to keep stacking and sticking napalms, and in the end, I think it might have cost Witch Doctor's life, but now they're on RR. Alright, chill out, Mushi. And I know you're a little behind, man, but this isn't gonna help.
the level 6, 7.5 minutes, I'm gonna go gank mid Spectre. Let's go. Let's do it. So that fight was actually a team wipe for Fnatic team wipe Execration, all in all. 5 heroes died from Execration across 2 lanes. I mean, they're smoking mid. Is Ohio dead? He's okay. They want to try and kill off Mushi mid, I think. The smoke is here from RR, Nando, Lumek, all moving themselves up into the jungle.
You got the bad roll on the steering chains. 2 out of 3 being creeps, and he caught the 2 creeps.
I got Mushi. Got him for now, at least. They all got onto the high ground, Nando. There we go. Clear up the Spectre. 9-6. 8 minutes in. Pack, this is insane.
I know, it seems like every moment across the map someone's being attacked and under a threat, and I feel like the way that they're gonna get this back for Mushi now that he's died once more is into this Blink Dagger for Ohio. Like, he needs to be able to just set something up. Even though you don't have the Force Staff, that's not so much what it is. It's just the fact that he can get some solid Firefly damage on, combo that up with the Haunt, and combo up the Thunder God's Wrath, and just repeatedly over and over either target Nando before his Blink Dagger, or go after someone like RR or the Enchantress. Like, they're all vulnerable to that.
Oh, up at the top, Chrono onto net. Witch Doctor dead. Picked off. You're looking at this Enchantress who's nearly level 6 now. Gee? Hey, you don't want to be walking into this one just yet. He does back himself up, giving that illusion that there's no one coming in, but the Zeus is ready to fight. Mushi will go in with a couple of desolate hits here onto Lumic, but he's decided that West is the way to go. The TP out, not going to be secured. Get the trap down from DJ, and they do kill off the Enchantress at long last. But it's just rotation after rotation. There is no laning phase.
No.
There is no laning phase. It's just go and kill people over and over again. The jungles are the new lanes.
They're just getting a little ridiculous here, but DJ, at least he's getting up in towards the mechanism here. Maybe that'll be something that'll allow maybe like push into some objectives. I mean, I know this morning in the MVP game it just seemed like no one really cared about towers or Roshan, so maybe we're just at that stage again. That's just the SE8 Dota meta.
Meme.
Exactly.
Yep. The fighting meme. Let's just go kill people over and over again now. Mushi has been left in the dirt a little bit here. 2,600 net worth. No, pretty far behind his Ember Spirit, honestly. He was looking 700 gold away from the BOTs after bottle 1 already. Not bad. He's gonna have a relatively good time here as Ohio snipes out the all illusion rune from the pot. This bottle, but not gonna have that chance. Fairy Dragon forced back down towards the lane. But Ohio is 400 gold away from his blink here. This guy who had a relatively rough time in the first 5-6 minutes, he's got a kill on the Ember Spirit since then. The rest of his team's been battling it out.
Oh, are you jinxing him, Durka?
Ah, mate, it's fine. He's fine. He's got a Firefly, he's got a finger, he's got an orb, he's got a death. Maybe I did jinx him. I'm sorry, Ohio. I didn't mean to. Uh-oh, Dream Course down from Nano defensively. The mid one wants to go through with the ulti and the Arc Lightning. They kill off the puck. But just look at the Blink Dagger picked up by the Lion. It doesn't matter if he dies here. He's perfectly happy. He's got his item. 10.5 minute blink for that Lion. Mushi will escape, and this is like a 5-roll line up the top lane. Is that a Chrono? Is that a BYB running away? I think it's both. No mana for a Chrono just yet. And I guess no damage to throw down onto Net or DJ. One weird thing is, we have an Enchantress and a Chen. 11 minutes in, not a single tower has fallen.
How the hell does he even blink?
How does Lion have a blink? I don't freaking know.
Like, what? 15 last hits? I mean, I understand he just killed Ohio, but damn. It's insane. Like, I've seen so many of these lines been failing lately when they have a Doom or an Enchantress or an Enigma on their team. I was like completely giving up on the 5-roll line. I was like, it's such a waste. The hero's useless. You'll never get a Blink Dagger. It's like 20 minutes. They know a Blink Dagger, but you know, they all cave and buy the Arcane Rune and it's not going too well, but he held fast, you know. Managed to get a couple more kills. He's like, yes, Blink Dagger, and now my life. I can just buy wards and be forever happy. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I guess it's one of the games that'll be the least valuable, though, up against that Haunt. So maybe looking to like a Glimmer or something as well. There she once more. Bye-bye.
Man, he just got back down to lane as well, and Net TP's in. Not sure if this is the best place to be. They want to go in with the slight chains. No, Net not going to get caught out by it. He's okay. Gracious me. First tower dies. There we go. 12 minutes. Perfectly normal. All these little skeletons doing around, killing off towers with the Dark Troll, helping him out as well. Any big items coming up? We were looking like a 6k net worth Ember. He's got his BOTs en route. Yeah, he does. Zeus, we're looking at Etherlens almost done. He's actually got 2,000 gold, and saying Etherlens maybe not the right way to think about this, because mid-1 loves his blink rush on Zeus.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how that's gonna. I kind of like it because it's always good to get in the back lines. You can skip over the chrono and get in there right on top of Lumic. Probably going to be his major target. He's really the best way to have fueled him.
Death Ward, Abed, Remnant across. He's nearly dead, but he's okay for now. Sticky Napalm will stack up and dropping him lower and lower,
Blink
but
one.
I don't know. The blink is there for Ohio. The Firefly damage. There should be enough. Right, wrong. He jumps away until the Zeus also comes through finally, but RR keeping himself into a really sticky situation. The blink back, time walk away, but Chrono's down. Nando, but Wayne ripped on the 2, but the heal from Chen keeps them all alive. And Fnatic, they're finally in a situation where they can battle through all of this sustain. And RR, he's gonna get scouted here, or not. Or not?
They have this though.
Ah, there we go. There we go. Lightning bolt over the top.
He's so rich. It looks like it'll be the blink.
Yeah, mid-1 loves his blink dagger. I mean, just being able to, you know, jump away from a initiation or avoid initiation. He's very quick on his fingers. Blinking away from impetus damage as well. Can be nice for the Zeus. Now we see the trade-off at long last. Fnatic going to get a tower of their own 14 minutes into this game. Chen's first push in. He is level 7 though, and this should give him his mech. The Ember Spirit wants to try and fight to hide away from DJ. Searing Chains, not available. They're going to throw the Dream Core down and cancel his TP. There's DJ caught. And has to finish up his mech quite there. It was close. It was super close.
It's a nice little punishment. Just no Haunt, no Thunder God's Wrath. Obviously, a lot of the fighting potential coming out from Fnatic will be on cooldown for a long while here. Actually, it's only going to be about 10 more seconds with that Thunder God's Wrath, but plenty of time for a Haunt. The question is, can you get anything else done? It looks like they just want to go on the aggressive here.
Fnatic. Who are you going to try and catch, though?
These Chen creeps. They should be helpful.
Who does Ohio jump, though? Do you try and catch
I think the Enchantress.
Enchantress? That's who they're going to aim with the Zeus. The Lasso goes onto the Ember Spirit in the back of the Death Ward down. Abed, he zips himself away. Mid-1. Did he cancel out Thunder God's Wrath? No, he actually used it. Abed will TP himself away, but Lumic will be the collateral damage. One that gets killed off, but Fnatic would have loved to have a few more with, what, 3 ultis? 3 teamfight ultis all used up there. Lasso, Thunder God's Wrath, and Death Ward. Only getting your Enchantress is not the biggest of kills.
Yeah, without Haunt, you can't get the kill on the Ember Spear quite yet. You don't have enough damage coming out from the Bat Rider and the Zeus. It was close. But just, yeah, I mean, everyone knows just one single moment, and he's just going to be able to fire himself away on those spirits.
Of course, Fnatic, they want to have the perfect record in the group stages. Winning both of these best of ones will give them that. Execration want to try and topple the Kings. That pride and this smoke that are gonna go for it. No, there's no smoke on them. They're just gonna run towards the roast pit. They've got to know what's happening. There's no one that showed them a lane for the past 30-40 seconds. Roshan is very nearly dead, but it's not quite finished off just yet. The remnant forward. Abed straight into the meat grinder with the time dilation there. The Chrono Spirit's not thrown out. Now they're going to try and sleight a fist. The Chrono is finally landed, but Nando, he's caught in it in the Firefly as well. DJ's not even dying. Abed being burnt through by all of the DPS from Fnatic. A good fight to catch 3 of them, but it's just not enough just yet. Net finally drops the 2 supports are gone, but there's nothing left. There are no ultis, there's no spells, there's no life left for Execration. One by one they'll fall. The Impetus, maybe the Enchantress can do enough as Mushi traps his own teammate up in the high ground with the Zeus. Mid-1, he's zapping him down. BYB's with a time walk in 1. He can jump over the trees and far away, but I don't know if they can really escape. Abed, the fight, he's got the chains. They've got a DD Enchantress, they're still going.
That was close. Alright, well, I gotta say, I thought that Chrono was like gonna secure them Roshan for sure. He caught net, and I believe he also caught, I think it was mid-1. It was caught on the bottom side. It was a little bit hard to tell there, but Mushi still able to snag up that Aegis, and obviously still having it available, plus 3,000 gold. And he might have had thoughts of going for the more like Manta or Diffusal, but I think when you have that much raw cash on you, the Radiance becomes a lot more tempting. Oh, especially against an Enchantress.
Enchantress, Void, Ember Spirit, all relatively strong right clickers. Does die towards the mid lane, Witch Doctor. Easy pickings, it appears, for the 4-man group up here from Execration to head into the tier 1 mid. Fnatic though, Time to TP, time to recoup.
Undergod's Wrath online.
Time to jump in. Lasso onto Lumic, the BYD Void. He's actually got himself forward with a Blink dagger with mid one. Now Blinks are back defensively. Try and draw them in, and maybe they've stuck Execration to a position where they've overextended. It looks like they have the Earth Spike back onto a high with the Searing Chains, catches Mushi as well. But RR, I don't think he's going to be escaping this one too easily. He can turn in Hex, but he's just going to be turning and dying. There's Fnatic chasing him into the trees by the run tier 1, and now with a Veil? Whose Veil is this? Who's got one? Picked it up, the Thunder Wrath is there, but the Chrono is landed down onto 3. The pot damage across the top is going to be good, but mid 1 and Mushi's still alive with the Aegis up on the Spectre. He can continue chasing this one down. Blink back from Nando. Secure his safety, and another orb to try and quell this push in. Fnatic just don't give up. Buddha Restoration, Chen heals. There's nothing stopping him.
And mid one, he just held that ulti for so long. I think that was one of the better, like one of the biggest reasons they actually won that fight. The threat was just always there. Like he was just kind of walking at them, and I don't know if they were a little bit too scared to commit, but they seemed so hesitant, and suddenly you're just on the run completely from Execration, and without even a haunt required. That was a pretty devastating fight, and it's going to be setting back Lumic. Well, just not being able to get this free space. I feel like they really need that Aghanim Scepter coming out for him to work with this Chrono.
There's your 18-minute relic.
Yeah.
I mean, Mushi went back to base like 3 or 4 times in the first 10 minutes, just going back to heal, Enchantress pissing him off, getting these Satyr Blast in his face. He's recovered massively well, and now Radiance is going to really wrench in the works here for Execration's game plan, because sure enough, they got a couple tier 1s. As the game starts to balance out and Fnatic will ramp up with their items, Blink Force for the catch with Bat Rider, nuke damage is great from mid 1 Zeus. No BKBs for Execration means that the Zeus just goes unhindered with his damage output in the team fights.
And not exactly the best BKB lineup coming out from them, especially. Like, we're talking like late game, maybe Enchantress.
Yeah, I've seen Puck BKBs, I've seen Ember BKBs, but not core,
certainly not ideal.
Not core items. Definitely not core items. I have to consider it though. DJ mid 1 and Net up on his top tier 1. There's no contest just here from Execration as they're pushing into tier 2 mid, but I know the global presence of Fnatic, they can jump into this fight if they really wanted to. As Mushi, how long does he have on the Aegis still? Another minute? Not sure if they want to try and fight with it, or if it's just going to be that that tool to allow him to farm safely. They've got vision on him now at the very least, as RR. Good aggressive ward behind that tier 2 bot.
Judging by the way they're positioned. Unlikely to contest the top, but trying to find Nando, but can't quite get him.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And I highly doubt RR is going to get anything done up here. He's still only level 9, so no level 11. Coming out there for that second finger of death. Every little bit going to be counting when it comes to the Spectre. Mushi's tanking up, and he's getting close to that Radiance. But their push isn't stopping Ohio in a nice spot here. What's their vision look like? Oh, Puck's going to see him.
Oh, their vision's good apparently. Ohio already forced away with a Finger of Death down. The heal from the Hand of God. BYB blinks in. He's got the Fleeman Chrono. Ohio drops already the Sleight of Fist. And Albert, he's got the Flame Guard through. Now, can Fnatic sustain through this damage? It doesn't look like they can. They can't count mid 1 Zeus. And they're just going to be an absolute slaughterhouse. 1 by 1, Fnatic will die. All they need is a lucky bash, a lucky stun, something like that. A Sleight of Fist will do it. Albert helped this team clear up 4. That's a big old swing for them. Close to 3,000 net worth going the way of Execration. Putting it out of the hands of Fnatic. Looking at a Battle Fury completed fully for the Ember Spirit. So now you've got Chrono Battle Fury, splash damage galore, the Puck, Yule Scepter's nearly done. And even this Lion, you know, Lethal Lens is pretty close.
And Dota's so easy sometimes. Like, imagine if Mushi had 5 more last hits and had that Radiance up and when that fight kicked off, because the Haunt was ready. If that Radiance was online, certainly possible they're able to take that fight. Like, that's a massive amount of damage that would be coming out. The Mischantress, the Enchantress, she's the one that definitely cleaned up in that engagement. I haven't even been able to save Ohio. You know, which, they're on him.
Oh, the
coming from a bed.
A blink in from BYV might be able to secure this kill, and looks like it has. Ohio was zealous with his aggression. She still is farming down in bottom lane though. Nando, I don't know if you're peeking over these trees to maybe try and jump over onto the Spectre. 1200 HP is a fair amount with the Radiance up as well. Yeah, that whole timing, you know, Aegis was expiring, and as that fight ended, Radiance was a little bit slow, a little bit delayed in terms of that team fight as well. If everything had been 10, 15 seconds shifted earlier for Fnatic, it could have been a complete role reversal.
Now it's their turn to apply some pressure up the top lane. That Dragonlance helping out, lobbing them in from long range. And the question is, like, what do you do against a bed? I mean, Ohio, yeah, he's a Bat Rider, but traditionally, like, Ember's one of the hardest heroes to grab.
There's one that's aggressive. He's been sent back by the Chen, though.
It's like your Kunkka, you know?
X-Mark back to...
Nando's dead bot.
You're right, I think he is. There's Radiance burn. Damage from that as well. He's up to a dominating streak, 6-3 and 8. Thinking about his secondary item after the Radiance. Oh, Manta style. Maybe, I guess you don't really want to go back into drums, something like that. Skipping over the incremental items, you went into the Radiance for a reason. Pick yourself up and you're primed and ready for later on in the game, but how we're looking for DJ. Chen is often a hero that has trouble itemizing and progressing nicely with a chrono for BYB. And I think they've killed off mid one here. He's healed up with a mech though, and maybe now sent back to base. DJ, he's got it. The turnaround from mid one kills off one. And Mushi's Horn, that impetus damage into Ohio is not going to be good enough, and Enchantress is up on the high ground. 3 dead. Puck was the initial casualty down on bot, but got the void in the Enchantress. Abed somehow managed to get himself away from that position though.
Yeah, a little bit of crumble in there from Execration. You cannot get separated up against the Spectre. I mean, you know what's going to happen. If you're not all together, then that Desolation, the damage comes out. And they just, I don't know, I guess they just fell apart without that puck being there. They're definitely strong as a 5-man unit. Like, we saw that in that bottom fight. That's what ended up happening, but if they're not their full squad, Fnatic's just going to completely pick you apart. Like, there's a reason they've been winning all these games. You definitely can't sleep on them. Like, you definitely had a moment where you're in the lead, but now you've kind of squandered that. And it feels like the momentum's just immediately kind of swung back their way with this Radiance.
I was kind of looking at the Chen side progression, and oh god, that damage output is insane! Nat gets zapped out by the finger of death. BYB jumps forward, time dilation onto Mushi with a bash through. He's got no chrono for this dream coil, and he's going to trap him in place until DJ sends him back to base. Abed worried about getting nuked down, and DJ should be able to keep himself away. There's nothing. There's nothing. Can't stop him. But yeah, Chen went for the drums. Drums, mech. And next, I'm guessing you're gonna go for like a Vlad or something. Just go full auras. Then I looked at the Witch Doctor and I was wondering, what's Witch Doctor for? Witch Doctor has drums. This is not something I've seen too often, to be honest.
I guess it's kind of. I mean, he went for the treads too. Like, he's going for the mega tank up build for the Chronosphere. I think just thinking he's always going to be a target. Kind of the same idea with the Enchantress too. It seems inevitable that you're going to get chunked by at least 1 or 2 impetuses, and without a couple strength items and stat items, you're just going to go down. Is that a... I don't know, is it a potential pipe? Because he has the stick, maybe he just already had it earlier, but... Oh, I guess it could just be a Vlad's for the squad, actually.
I think
that might be what he's going into.
I think it's Vlad's. I'm not 100%. See what it goes into. Speaking of pipes, a hood for Enchantress. She's already had enough of that bloody Zeus zapping her down, so... Get that magic resistance up. I guess the Ench isn't too badly, but this does mean that you're limiting yourself in terms of actual raw damage output. You're not going to have Dragonlance, Aghanim Scepter, and Enchantress throwing out these impetus shots.
Honestly, though, I think this item like needs to get picked up more. I know it's 2,100 gold, so it's a heavy commitment, but have you bought this thing yet? It's actually insane. Like... oh, see the guy.
Oh, hello, goodbye. There a second ago. I thought maybe he had a chance to, you know, get a time walk off, and then all of a sudden he just disappears. Radiant side, they've got a Dark Troll over in the Roche pit, so they know it's alive. I'm not sure if Fnatic realise the big man's up. He just could be important for them. I think they're pinging it out, saying, let's go check it out, guys. Let's go see what's over here. We'll have a quick look.
Top lane, Moochie fingered, silenced.
Hand of God's there. He's got 6 charges poured through.
Turn it around.
The damage output onto RR. He's got the DPS, and now Nando might be the one in trouble as well with that. Reorb across. Ushi, the dagger. Oh, it's going to trap him in the trees. He can't get across to Nando, but this does open up Roshan for.
I mean, turning a gank background might cost you Hana. That's well worth it. Get yourself a free kill, survive, as well as send the puck back to base. So As you said, guaranteeing the toilet space there for the Roshan, and you gotta imagine, slap this thing on top of Luigi, what do you do now? You've got this classic death, Aegis, potential buyback as well. And they can just start running at them. BYB, he's got that Chronosphere thanks to having been dead for the last little while, but man, they do take this rather slow. Oh, Ohio, breaking the smoke.
Got straight in there. This damage goes uphill, but there's no Chrono in the Death Ward. Good positioning. Forces the punch, starts him up with the damage output here from Fnatic. It's looking good until the Enchantress comes in, clears up the channel, does he? Lumik doesn't throw the other impetus stack down to the DJ, and mid-one flicks to the high ground. Albed, he's going to try and have to remnant across, but the damage output is too good. Look at him! Ohio flicks forward, jump, waning rip. Mushi still alive with the Aegis on him as well, and Execration, one by one, crumbling away in this team fight. They wanted so badly to commit, but that one move, the one jump from Ohio, straight onto the face of Void, not allowing him to blink, because BYB, his blink was coming off cooldown. It was like 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and then as it hit that like 1 second mark, just before he was about to blink in pit, guess who's on him? Bloody Batrider.
Ohio made a couple plays that fight too. He also canceled the TP out from the Ember Spirit as well, up on the high ground, get the blink forward with the Yules. So Ohio, bringing it big when it matters, but you can see how desperately worth that jumping on the Aegis though. Like, giving that over to the Spectre, game is hard. I can totally understand wanting to commit everything for that, and yeah, you've thrown yourself into kind of a high ground defense situation, but if you give that thing away for free, it almost feels like it's, like, you're at least guaranteeing, what, 10 minutes completely to Fnatic for like a whole map dominance?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'd be terrified of Execration.
I still can't believe how much money that Mushi just accrues out of nowhere, right? You know, we look at him and it's like, oh yeah, he finished off his Radiance, and it's a Yasha, now it's a Manta style, and with money to spare, he's got a buyback as well. Absolutely insane amounts of cash. Manta plus Radiance done for Mushi's Spectre. 1,000 gold in the bank. It looks like it's going to be a Vlad for the Chen. Yeah, he's got the recipe over in his stash. A headdress on him as well, so it's going to be full aura strat here from the Chen, while Witch Doctor, no Aghanim Scepter, comes back into the cloak. Glimmer Cape, I guess, is what he's aiming for, and I really thought that Abed plus BYB would be the combo this game. Sleight of Fist, they have a good early Battle Fury, they've got the Chronos landing left and right, they just have to execute. If they can execute this initiation, like, it's not even about executing an entire team fight, it's literally just the initiation they have to get right, and everything's good, everything is fine. Mid one catches out the Lion with the help of Ohio there. Lumik, they've got Lasso, up into the high ground they go with the Death Ward. Damage output is good, but they're dragged them too far away. Enchantress now left to her own devices up at the top as the Haunt comes through. Mushi's chasing some down over the west, but it's Lumik that's dying. Initially up on the Spire there. Fnatic can push this into an objective. They can take a tier 2.
Man, Ohio makes the team look good, doesn't he? Just grabbing everybody, throwing them on top of the cliffs, canceling TPs.
Radiant's bottom tower.
After a rough start, I mean, he's very, like, Moon Meander in his style, you know? He likes to play the aggressive in the lane. He understands that he'll end up getting more creeps than your typical offlaner, but it also means that he does die a few more times, and he made the most out of those extra levels to allow him to get that blink dagger up at a reasonable timing, considering. Oh, BYB, he wants that chrono.
Thinking about it, but there's a blink from Ohio if he really wants it. Throws out the flame break. Get out of my lane. Get off Milan. Away they go. Fnatic tier 2 taken. There's a couple more remaining, mid and top. Malaysian lads can go and pick off.
TJ's got the mini satyr.
Purge one.
Oh, rather the centaur.
The cloak creep.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
5%.
Honestly, Enchantress could do with a bloody cloak creep against the Zeus, you know? Just get that. Ohio dropping low, they haven't got the Yule Scepter up. He's not being sent back to base, but he's going to force that himself away. And Lasso on his way through. BYB's caught. There's sees another zap with a Thunder God's Wrath. Mid-one clears it up, and Witch Doctor has killed another. Puck is dead. And my goodness, Execration. That was just outplay from Fnatic. Yule's force. That Lasso. Like, who has the presence of mind? You're like, oh fuck, shit, I've been caught, I've been dream coiled, I've got a Yule Step to myself, and then in that flash of a moment, Force stabs himself through the void and lassos him at the same time to drag him through, disable him up, and let his team kill him off.
So Ohio thinks, oh, and Mushi, yeah, he's going for the heart next. He's reached the point. I have a Manta, I have a Radiance. I'll just make myself further unkillable. I like how mid one's just like, you want to buy a pipe? Well, negate my thunder, lightning bolt, I'll just buy a dragon.
Oh, as if he didn't have enough zappy damage. Mushi, don't take it. Don't take it. That's a Zeus rune. That is legit the Zeus rune. Forget regeneration. Forget anything else. Invisible haste. Arcane rune is the best.
Yeah, it's actually so disgusting. Yeah, it's like when like a Pudge player, that new Agnes Scepter, they get an Octarine core, and then they get the Arcane rune, and you're just like pew 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 pew. It's left, right, and center, man.
Wait, what does Arcane rune take it down to? Because Octarine is 4. Sorry, Agnes is 4, then Octarine takes it down to 3, then Arcane rune was take it down to...
It's like 2.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, brutal. Same thing with Zeus, though, when the Lightning Bolt, when you have that combination going too. Oh. Octarine core was made for that hero. Him and Leshrac.
Creation. Desperate. Go and make something happen here.
This is so deep, though.
Spectral, the illusion. Oh,
Steal it.
Man.
Steal it.
Oh, man. Execration, you've been rustled. Oh, Ohio, they want to hunt. Spectral Haunt forward. Mushi, he's caught one, but the TP's out, starting to be good. Ohio needs to 4-stab forward. Last throw back onto the Enchantress. Damage should be there from Fnatic to clear him up, but they've caught another one further to the west. Ohio, he set his sights on bigger targets. He's got the Lion as well. Realizing the rest of his team could have cleared up one on his own. Albed. This is kind of ballsy. Like, he has a remnant. He has a remnant somewhere. Oh, it's over towards the Roche pit. I was wondering where it was. I thought it's not defensively. I couldn't see it anywhere like on his side of the map, but he's got a remnant over towards the Roche pit. While Fnatic, they're just running through. They don't care. You're cutting our creep wave mid. Fine, we'll push bottom lane then.
Seems all but almost over here. With that heart now picked up on the courier. So doesn't make its way over to Mushi. But the Chronosphere, like, I don't know. Try and combo this up with the Ember Spirit. He's got the Daedalus, maybe. You know, get a couple lucky rolls of these Chen creeps.
Now they're not gonna go in. Fnatic, they're spreading and splitting, and look at the pings come out from the Faceless Void saying, Ohio is the target, that's the guy we kind of need to kill. Catch him and pick him off because he's such an annoying little devil. He's going to blink in and lasso someone up, drag him back into the death ball of Fnatic with a Wild Wing. Whoa, hang on a second. Dolan, who's it? Is that Enchantresses?
There's one in the base and then there's one outside.
Yeah. Well, the one in the base has been killed off. Fnatic.
That's pretty big. 2 good ones.
Got the Glimmer Cape, mid one and Mushi though, they're just not dying. There's no hits and crits coming through, and Ohio's grabbed up Lumic. The Death Ward is dropped, but no damage output coming through from Fnatic. There's a war of attrition across the ramp as Ahmed wants to try and Searing Chains, but he just catches the Wolf and Wild Wing. Able to secure any kills from any heroes. Rax's go. Wow. Dead in the fountain. That's not what you want. Probably forced to buy back here. The rest of Execration are in the fountain healing up, but what ultis do they have left? No Chrono for 25, no Dream Coil for 40. Might be where Fnatic just say, you know what, we'll push into your base, but with Mushi moving, Mushi has a Haunt. They could just shove mid and Haunt back in.
Yeah. The positioning there, I'm surprised he actually managed to get that Chrono. Like, he definitely waited out for the right moment. The fact he was able to get mid one and Mushi inside the same Chrono was pretty huge, but there's just no like possibility of follow-up. It's understandable why you're targeting Ohio, but the way they're positioning was just sending Mushi up onto the high ground. It's almost inevitable that you have to at least include him inside of it.
Oh, they've got one. Lion, he's done for BYB. Didn't go for the Chrono, now he's being sceptered up. He's got the time walk in a couple of seconds, but he wants to go for the Chrono back on the net, and Ohio. Into this damage is going to start coming through from the Enchantress, but it's not enough damage. Yeah, they just don't have enough damage. Execration, they've got nothing left. Mushi just runs rampant straight past the tier 3s and the tier 4s in mid one. A clear one up with a Chen who gets himself a double kill. I think it might be all over. Tier 3s dropping quickly. One last fight. That's all they've got in the blink forward or back. Albed, just try and get these crits out. Blink the dagger, it does give you a little more mobility here just to jump in, get that damage onto a couple of targets. Bail out with a remnant, so he blinks forward. There we go. Looks for the aggressive play, but Flame Guard is already burnt through with the Yule Scepter. Doesn't have that safeguard anymore.
And it's just Mushi. They just don't have the heroes to kill him.
are fortified.
It was like 4 crits.
Radiant's middle barracks are
on
under
surrounding
attack.
creep.
Oh, look at that. Again with the send back and the
Radiant's
TP.
bottom barracks are under attack.
Right, he comes. Nando very far forward. BYB has jumped in with a death ward drop. He's going to have to deal with this with the chrono there. Then he's taking out the Chen, but he buys back. He's got his Hand of God ready and available on top of all of this, and BYB just being chased out. It's game over. It's GG. Execration, they call it.
Couldn't even let him live.
Would you?
Yeah.
Of course not. Well,
It looked good at the start.
oh yeah. Enchantress did a pretty good job. But it's Mushi Spectre. Good enough. And now, Fnatic are 1 game away from a clean sweep of the WePlay group stage. 1 game away from going 14-0.